All right, good morning. Welcome back, my friends. We good here? I think so. What is going on? Pre-liked. Thanks, Kenny. John Wick of levels. How was John Wick? Anyone see that yet? Maybe I'll go see that today. I got a lot of stuff to do, but I think I'm gonna do a little hack here for my credit card. I think I'm gonna sign up for a Amex business card. Little tax hack we got going on here. Amex business card, put my office rent on it, and then get 120,000 points. I think that's what I'm going to do. Not a bad little hack. So I think I'm going to do that today. Always got to get those Amex points, man. Some people like John Wick, some people don't. All right. Larry, thank you, my friend. $4.99. Bravo. Bravo to you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you, Larry, for the $4.99. Little coffee, cup of coffee for me today. I appreciate that. Keep me caffeinated. I don't know exactly the dollar to dollar amount, but I think 100,000 points is like about $1,000. It's about there. It's around that area, I think. All right. I got to see John Wick, and then I got to see Ant-Man. I haven't seen Ant-Man either. Coffee's no longer $5. Yeah, you're right. Well, I use my I use my Nespresso, so it's about $1 per cup if you price out the pods. Yeah, yesterday, Shiloh. Yesterday, we're gonna talk about it in today's. Live stream. I mean, again, yesterday, guys, supply demand. That's why you see the title of this live stream, talking about supply demand. Yesterday, we said we can't go long into 40-30 supply on the ES. We can't go long into 13,000 supply in the Nasdaq. Right? I drilled that, into anyone listening. And I don't like to sound, sometimes I come across a little bit aggressive, but it's just the honest truth. And if you didn't chase the morning upside yesterday, if you went into yesterday and said, hey, sure, we were on the Discord trading live. We said, yeah, market's going up, right? A little bit of FOMO going on here. We're pushing higher. Stocks are pushing higher, but we can't go long into supply, right? And these are the exact moments. Yesterday morning was the exact moment that you had to be patient as a trader. That was it, right? Yesterday morning was the exact point in your trading that you have to be patient as a trader. Because, right, this is yesterday morning. And, yesterday morning, if you are not being patient as a trader, right, and you're seeing this upside move, maybe even this upside move, the upside move for the first 5 minutes, and you're not being patient and you're not saying, hey, there's supply above, I don't want to be long here, or even on the second attempt, right? If you're not being patient on this push here yesterday morning into this supply, and you're just saying, oh, I'm going to go long because the market's pushing higher, not understanding what's above, this is the exact type of move that a lot of traders lose money on, because they are not paying attention to the levels above, right? And it was just textbook. It really was. Yesterday was textbook. Push into supply, get people chasing this upside, and then bam, slam it on their faces. But if you come to the live stream, if you are a patient trader, yesterday was actually not a bad day, right? I just basically sat for the first half an hour of yesterday and said, let's wait for this to reject. Because I know that supply is there. And, we had a great day yesterday shorting Meta, shorting Google, shorting pretty much everything off supply yesterday. So, I try to, I know I sound aggressive sometimes, but these are the little things. These are the little things that differentiate you, right, from a trader that's just sort of chasing whatever's going on versus a trader that's setting up their levels, understanding risk reward, taking trades based off supply demand. It is crucial. It is crucial to your success. So hope you guys did well yesterday. I hope those levels in the live stream helped you guide the day. It wasn't that big of a movement on the market yesterday, but it was a pretty perfect move between supply and demand yesterday. We opened at supply, we moved back to demand. It's pretty much all we did. So again, today, we look at the same thing. We look at our levels, we game plan the day around our technical levels on the futures, and we try to make some money. That's all we can do. So, yeah. What is it? 8:06. All right, let's get started. Press that like button if you guys could before we start. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We do this every day, starting at 8 a.m. Let's get started. So, today, economic earnings calendar. I think Lululemon is on the earnings side of things. I'm not really interested in them. What do we got on the earnings side? Lululemon, Micron, if you guys want to watch those today. Lulu and Micron are your two earnings. I'll go ahead and pop up the economic calendar here for us to look at. Let's see what the ad is we get today. Google Fiber Web Pass Internet. All right, that's not going to do that, but here we go. So today, Tuesday, March 28th, a little bit on the economic side today. Nothing that I think is going to be huge, market moving, but something to watch. U.S. trade balance, retail inventories, wholesale inventories. So some inventory numbers there at 8:30 today. We'll see. We'll be on the live stream for this. We'll see if there's any movement there. Home price index at 9 o'clock. Maybe there's something there. Probably not. Home price index, same thing. FHFA, S&P. I don't know the difference here, to be quite honest, guys. And then 10 a.m. consumer confidence, and 10 a.m. Governor Barr testifies to the Senate. So a little bit there. This Fed governor, is going to be speaking both today and tomorrow. So we'll see if there's any reactions around 10 o'clock on his speech. Probably not. Maybe. Who knows? But we'll just be aware of it, right? That's all we can do. All we can do is be aware of it. Understand what's happening. Understand what's coming out. And prepare for it, right? That's all we can do. So consumer confidence, 10 o'clock. Governor Barr testifying 10 o'clock today. That's probably the most, influential area today at 10 o'clock. So just keep an eye out for that. Again, Thursday, GDP jobless claims and some PCE on Friday. So that's that. Again, nothing major on the economic side this week. All right. We're going to look at Meta. I hate how this camera gets dark. I'm going to have to start closing that, unfortunately. So Meta was an awesome downside move yesterday. We caught this one in the chat. This was an awesome supply rejection of 206. We had this in the live stream yesterday. Congrats if you guys caught this. Really nice downside. And continuing downside today. Some continuation this morning on Meta. So I really like this setup. I'm still holding some of my position from yesterday. So this one was awesome. We'll sort of review this trade. Tesla 193. Interesting supply level to watch out today on Tesla. Google, we talked about this one in the live stream yesterday. Really nice wedge break on Google to the downside. Let's continue to watch this. NVIDIA is at a major level this morning, 264. I believe it is below it. Yes. It's sort of above it now. Let me see. Yeah, it's back above it now. So this 264 is going to be very key today on NVIDIA. Definitely watching this. Netflix, daily supply. Huge supply level on Netflix. Major. Definitely watching this one. Apple, major level as well. So we got some big tech names at some major levels this morning. And then finally, the day that I've been waiting for a very long time, SBNY, SIVB opening. I have 100 shares short of SBNY. So if I have a big trading day today, it's not going to be because of anything I do today, but it's going to be that I can finally buy back my shares short of SBNY. I have them short around $60. So depending on what SBNY opens at today, this could be a $6,000 day for me. So very excited about that one. Maybe I don't do anything today besides close my shorts and walk away. We shall see. But that's going to be interesting. If any of you guys have exercised your put options on SBNY, SIVB, then today is likely the day that you can start to take some profits on those. So congrats on that. All right, let's get started. Let's start with the NQ. So what did the NQ do yesterday? All right, yesterday we had a few levels we talked about. The levels we talked about were spot on. They were spot on. It was 13,000 supply, right? We were talking about 13K supply. We were talking about 12,850 short-term demand, and we were talking about the demand down here around 12,700, right? And you guys can see what happened yesterday. The first thing that happened was we pushed higher into supply. We know that, right? And we rejected it. No surprise. There should be no surprise that the market rejected yesterday and went down. If you're trading supply and demand levels rather than trading hope and prayers, then you know that I'm getting a call from my friend who's in SIVB right now. He's probably wondering what to do. What is SIVB at? It doesn't say it yet. Anyways, so, right, if you knew there was supply above, there's no surprise the market went down yesterday. We went down, and the key breakdown, right, the key breakdown that happened intraday yesterday that caused continuation was 12,850. And we had this level marked out yesterday, right? This is all this 12,850 here. It's this 12,850 consolidation here. And then it was the pre-market low, right? So if we go into the 5-minute chart, look at how gorgeous this break and retest was yesterday. This does not get any cleaner, right? This does not get any cleaner. You have a pre-market low at 12,850. You broke, oh God, this is so clean yesterday. And I remember we were looking at this on the NASDAQ intraday. Look how clean this was yesterday. I mean, this is just, it doesn't get any better than this, really. So 12,850 low, and you guys can tell I get excited when I see this stuff because it's just crazy how it's crazy how if you're looking at the right things on the market, it's very, very possible, right? And it's very possible. It's very, I don't want to use the word easy, but it is quite easy. So pre-market low yesterday on the NASDAQ, right? We break below it. We come back into it. We do an absolutely textbook, sexy bear flag right back into that level. And we turn this level into a rejection point and look at the move after that. It is just absolutely gorgeous. This is textbook break and retest. We break pre-market lows. We retest them. We turn them into a rejection. You set up your short entries off this. Stop above that level. Bam. Right? That is just so perfect. So yesterday was the best trade of the day yesterday. If you just waited for all of this to go away, if you simply just waited for us to break the lows, turn them into a rejection, set up shorts here, this was really the best trade of the day. That is just textbook break and retest, and that really gets me excited when I look at something like that. If we zoom out and we look at what happened the rest of the day, we popped back into that level and we rejected it once again. So, yeah, really nice, right? Perfect stuff here. 12,850, clear as day. We talked about this one in the morning. And what do we do today? We're watching that level again, right? We're watching that level again. So if we push higher today, what are we looking for? We're looking for supply rejections of 12,850, right? If we push higher today, we are looking for supply rejections of 12,850. There is no reason to be long the NASDAQ market or any tech stock today if you are trading under 12,850. Think about it logically. If you go long here, you might be able to catch a few points, but you are trading into supply, and there is no reason to be long trading into supply. So today, I'm not interested in longs into this 12,850. Maybe I'm interested in longs if we trade back to 12,700. Right? If we trade back to 12.7, then maybe there is a demand hold that could come up here, right? At this previous support here, at this previous consolidation here. Maybe there is a demand play off 12.7 today. But I believe the cleaner upside, if you really want to play upside, right? The cleaner upside is going to be if you actually break and hold back above 12,850. Maybe there's a better long entry off the 12,850 today. You could either look for that long entry or these are your only two long entries today. If you go long today on the market and the market is not here or here, you are just totally guessing, right? Think about that, right? Remember these things. This is the key. This is the key to your trading. This is the key to setting up your entries. The only long entries that make sense today is here and here. That's it. If the NASDAQ's not trading above 12,850 today and you're long, or if the market is not trading off demand at 12.7 and you're long, you are guessing in this area. You are just guessing what's going to happen within this zone. The only long entries are here and here, right? That is so key to your trading, to be setting up your trades at key technical levels on the futures. So if you want to look long today, those are the levels I'd look for. If you want to look short today, your only short entries are here, right? You could short off this, right? Maybe looking for supply rejection there, or maybe you can look short on a break and hold under 12.7, right? And maybe you look short here, right? Those are the only two short entries that I would look for today. Maybe there's even a short entry up here if the market really rallies, but not sure that's going to happen. So, right, this is just the major stuff that has to be paid attention to if you want to be successful as a trader, right? Paying attention to these futures levels, there's simply nothing more important. There's no RSI, no MACD, no paid service that's going to, no paid technical factor, technical bot that's going to tell you these things, right? These are things that you just have to watch as a trader. And hopefully either coming to the live streams or coming to the Discord and learning is going to help you become self-sufficient, because that's really the key. So 12,850, 12,7, major levels. That's what I'd be watching today. Watch supply here, watch demand here. 12,7 demand, 12,850 supply, 13,000 supply. Do not go short right here today, right? Maybe the market drops at open. If you start to formulate some short entries, right? It goes both ways. If we drop out of the gates today and we are trading right here around 12.7, right? Let's say we drop out of the gates, you start chasing shorts at 12.7. If you start to short here, you are asking for this to happen in your face. So do not short at 12.87. Or I'm sorry, 12.700. You have to see a break and hold below that to formulate that next short entry. All right, so that's the NASDAQ. ES, very clear as well, right? We talked about these levels yesterday. We talked about 4,000. We talked about 40, 30, 50 SMA, and we talked about this 39.50. All right, so today, you cannot go short, right? As of right now, there is no reason to be short this market early morning. Why is that? Because you're holding 4,000 demand right now. So are you going to short into 4,000 demand? No, we can't. We can't short into this 4,000 level. You could short up here, right? And that's what we did yesterday. We pushed into the supply. We pushed into the 50 SMA. We pushed right into this previous high, and you can set up your shorts up here, right? Very nice. Set up your shorts up here. Target that demand low. You have your nice risk reward. But now you are here, right? So the short is gone. The short risk reward is no longer there. You set up a short here. Here's your risk reward, right? That's your risk reward if you set up a short here. That's your risk because you'd have to hold until this level. If you get out before this supply, you're just getting out because you're losing money, right? If you short here and you get out before like 40-40 break, you're literally just getting out because you're down. That's just not trading, right? So this is not good risk reward for the short side right now. If you want new risk reward for the short side, you need to wait for a 4,000 break. You need to wait for a hold below it, and then you could set up your risk reward. At that point, here's your risk, right? And your reward is maybe down to the 100 or maybe even down to 39.50, right? That's a risk reward that I would be looking at. So on the short side, you need a 4,000 break today. On the long side, you could look for a 4,000 demand hold. We'll have to see what the market does today, right? We'll have to see how this sets up at 4,000. There is very possibly a demand hold at 4,000 back into 40-30. Is that a trade that I'm that fond of after seeing the rejections of 40-30? Do I really need to trade upside in a 30-point range back into supply? Is that a trade that's going to change my life? Is that a trade that I have to take? Not really, right? Not really. So am I that interested in demand longs of 4,000? Not necessarily. Yeah, not really. So watching 4,000, I'd rather see the 4,000 break and retest to the downside personally today. If I can see that, that sets up a nice short. Watch out for this 100 SMA at 39.80. Watch out for this 39.50 or demand as well. All right, and then that clear 40-40 supply. I exercised my puts. Yes, I had to be on the phone. I'm gonna make a whole video about it. I had to be on my phone with Interactive Brokers every single day. I had the constant communication about whether I want to exercise, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, you could scalp the 4,000 long. I didn't. Yeah, that's very possible. It's very possible. You could definitely scalp the 4,000 long. It's there. You just have to think about, right? You just have to think about the overall context of the market when you zoom out, right? Short longing the 4,000. Yeah, it gives you like a little bit of like you could probably catch one of these moves, but you have to be precise, right? You have to be really precise to catch that. So I'd personally just sort of wait for the 4,000 break and hold below, but either way, there's a trade. Just understand your levels. If you know your levels, then you can formulate these trade entries. 4,000, 40-30, 40-40, and then 39.50 demand. All right? Watch out for this 120 SMA right here as well. If you are short today, keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that little zone right there. All right, SPY. So here's the SPY. And Yeah, same exact thing yesterday. Pretty much just rejected the supply above. And now we're sort of sitting at this 100 SMA. This, what is this, 395? So you guys can see right here. Excuse me. Yesterday, what did we do? We opened up at supply, right? As we talked about, we opened up all up here around this 399, 400. That's exactly where we opened, and we got a harsh rejection off of it. You know, textbook supply rejection. Really nothing that surprising. This morning, right, we're trading right at yesterday's lows and right at this 100 SMA. So is there a good short entry here this morning? Not really. I'm not really fond of shorting on the SPY here as of right now. Why is that? Because you have this previous high, you have this previous high, you have this previous low, you have this previous low, and yeah, I mean, the 100 SMA is sitting there as well. So am I going to short into this level? No, right? I'm not going to short into a previous double top. That was a previous double bottom. That is also the 100 SMA and the 20 SMA. So short entries, not really that fond of them here. Maybe if we can push again into supply, there is something there, right? There is a potential long off this 395 on SPY, right? That is a potential long if we hold this demand. And then the other thing to look for is a break and hold below, right? If we start to break and we hold below 395, we start to hold below this double bottom, turn the 100 SMA into a rejection point, then maybe you could look for that slide back into that 393 area. Next demand down here. All right. So SPY 395s demand, 399, 400 supply, and then that 393 demand down below. Watch the 100 SMA and the 20 SMA, which are stacked up right here at 395. All right. Do not short into this level, right? It doesn't make sense to short into 4,000, and it does not make sense to short into 395. Do not short into demand. So watch out for that today. If we break that, different story. We could go to the Dow. I think the Dow's been sort of holding up a little bit. Sort of a mess, to be quite honest. It's sort of a mess. I mean, I would watch this like this. What is this previous low right here? It's also the 20 SMA. Yeah, watch this 32,580 area on the Dow. That's going to be key, I think. That's what I'd watch today. This 32,580 level. You can see right here, previous highs, previous highs, previous highs, previous lows, previous low here, right? Previous rejection, previous highs, and then you're trading right at it this morning. So I'd watch this this 32,580 on the Dow. That's what I'd monitor today. If that holds, that's a previous triple top into a new demand, which could be sort of, could help the market higher. So watch that 32,580 there. The Russell, I think, is just in a channel still. Yep, sure is. Russell's just channel trading as it has been. You guys can see. Demand, supply, you're sitting right in the middle of it. Really don't like anything here. You look for shorts at 1,800. You look for longs at around, 17. Maybe you have to move this down now. You look for longs down at this 1,700. 1,700 to 1,800, it's like a 100-point range on the Russell. Really not that much interest there. But anyways, ES 4,000, right? Key level today. SPY 395, key level. And the NASDAQ 12,850, major level there as well. All right? That is what I would be watching. Meta. So yesterday we talked about this Meta little uptrend and this supply rejection, and it happened beautifully. I'm going to go over this trade today in a video. I have a video coming out today to review my trades from yesterday, and this is definitely going to be one of them. Why did I take Meta puts yesterday? Well, it's a very clear supply rejection at 206. We talked about this, and we talked about this uptrend break. We broke that uptrend yesterday and had a nice continuation to the downside. Now today, right, if this trend break really starts to starts to push, starts to extend the downside, if we start to get some continuation, we're going to have to break 200, right? That's the first thing to watch. I would not get too aggressive on the short side until we break 200. So today, I would watch for Meta at 200. If Meta loses 200, if Meta starts to turn it into a rejection point, I would look for the downside continuation, right? 200, previous demand here, previous demand in this little zone here. Watch that 200. That's also a big psych level. If we lose 200, if we turn it into a rejection, I could definitely see this trading back to the 195s, right? Back to this previous demand right here, this previous rejection right here. Trade it back to that 195. I think that's very possible. But, of course, the first thing we're going to have to see is what happens at 200. All right? We could definitely still hold 200, right? This could hold here. So watch out for that. Don't get too aggressive on the short side until 200 breaks now. The better short entry was up here, right? Your risk reward was good up here. Risk reward's not as good anymore. So we have to watch out for that 200. So keep an eye on that on Meta today. Tesla, I really like this setup here. This is looking pretty interesting to me. If Tesla stays below 193, I like the short entry here today quite a bit. Here's why. So yesterday, all right, yesterday we got above 193. We failed it. We failed it on this little downtrend. We rejected here, rejected here, rejected here. So we rejected that downtrend, and we're now below that 193.50 supply. This is a previous rejection point, previous support, previous rejection, previous support. Rejection yesterday. If I zoom out, you will see that this level is not just short term, right? This level goes back quite some time on the 4 hours. So if I extend this to the left and I drag this red box to the left, you will see that this 193 area has been very important, right? Support, 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 rejection right here. And if we go back to the hourly chart and I zoom in, actually, you know what? Let's go 15-minute. Look at the 15-minute chart here on Tesla, right? You can see right here, support. This rejection from Friday of last week. We tried to hold above it. We held above it yesterday morning and rallied off of it. Quickly failed. And after moving back below 193.50, look at the retest. Right? This shows you everything that you need to know. Right? This shows you how important this level is. You can see right here. Look at the support that stepped up yesterday intraday at 193.50. And then look at what it did after moving lower and coming back into it. Look how clean this is. If this has to give you some insight, right? This is where you get those little pieces of information from the chart, right? You see this, and then you see this, right? Previous to double bottom low from yesterday into a rejection later day. That should give you insight into what that level means. So what are we doing this morning? We are trading below that level. And now, right, all I could think of is my risk reward to the downside, right? That's all I'm thinking of here. My risk is very nice. It's nice and tight, back above that 193.50 level, 193, right? I can set up my shorts here. Clearly don't want to be short if it gets back above 193.50, and then I can look for that short entry, trying to see if I could trade this thing back down. Maybe back towards like these lows here. Let me pull up the 30-minute here. Maybe back down to this low around 190.5. Maybe down to the lows around 190, right? At least I have a good risk reward here. If we stay below 193.50, I am definitely watching for downside on Tesla. Okay? That's definitely a watch for me. Google, awesome trade. I mean, just awesome. I missed this one yesterday. Really unfortunate. I was sort of focused on Meta. But this was the trade of the day yesterday. This was the levels that we posted yesterday in the Discord. Right here, right? This is also in the chart Discord if you guys want to join that. It's $5 a month. You get just technical levels. You can see right here, chart. This is the chart Discord where it's simply just technical levels, no community, no talking, no live trading, just technical levels on a daily basis. And this was what I posted yesterday, right? Big move on Google over the past few weeks, right into major supply at 108. 108 was a previous double top. Right there, previous double top. And we are finding rejections here once again. If the market shows weakness, I will be watching for Google to reject 108 again and break this 4-hour wedge it's creating, right? 4-hour wedge. This is what it looked like, right? If we go here, this is what it looked like, right? 4-hour wedge that it was creating right at that 108 supply. Target would be back to 103. If we see strength in the market, watch this wedge for move over 108. And this was perfect. So really nice if you guys caught this one. Congratulations. That was a sweet, sweet Google trade out of that wedge break. You guys can see once we broke that wedge, it was just a free fall yesterday to the downside. So now, right now that you're below the 103 level, that was the target level. You can see we slipped below 103. Now you're looking to see if 103 turns into a rejection. So now this is now turning into a supply level. So now I'm going to turn that red, and I'm going to watch that as a new supply. If Google trades back into 103, I'm looking to see if that rejects. If that rejects, target would be down to around 101. The trade is pretty much over, right? These are the times where, as a trader, we have to understand that we missed the big opportunity, which was the wedge break, because at this point, you got to watch out for this 103, and you got to watch out for this 101, and you're sort of in this tight 2-point range. So is it as juicy as it was yesterday? Not really, but you can watch for 103, watch for the 200, and watch 101 on Google. Either way, that was a sick trade. Congratulations on that one, guys. NVIDIA, this is a major, major watch for me today. This is probably the most important thing to be watching today, guys. I'm not exaggerating. This is really big on NVIDIA. This is a retest of a previous double top on NVIDIA right here. You guys can see previous high, 264. This is a major level on NVIDIA, and you guys know that NVIDIA has been a beast lately, but it can give up. And if it gives up, it probably gives up in a pretty significant way. So if we give up 264 today, if we turn this level back into rejections, I am definitely targeting this downside into 251. Definitely. But we have to see a clear break and hold below 264. All right, we have not seen that yet. You can see right here, 264, 264, and 264. If you shorted at 264 before waiting for confirmation, you lost every time. If you shorted at 264 before waiting for confirmation, you lost money every single time. So we cannot do that, right? We can't short here and hope that it breaks, okay? We need to wait and see if it does something like this, right? If we start to flip here and we start to turn this previous triple bottom into a new rejection point, then we could look for that downside continuation. On the flip side, right? On the flip side, if the market's strong today, this very well may be another fantastic long entry on NVIDIA, right? If the market is strong again today, if we see upside on the NASDAQ, if we see upside on the S&P, if the market sentiment is strong today, this very well might be another very aggressive long entry, very sexy long entry on NVIDIA. So I would be watching this both ways. This is a very big watch for me today. There is probably no more important level that I've seen on an individual stock than where NVIDIA is trading today. There will most likely be a reaction at this 264, right? Either a very nice long entry for maybe a flag break or the breakdown that a lot of people have been waiting to see on NVIDIA. It's going to happen at this 264. You can clearly see how important this level is. So definitely eyeing this one today. All right, Netflix. Big time daily chart supply level here on Netflix. Big time. So why do I say big? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at how important this level has been in the past, right? If we zoom out on the daily chart, you guys can see this was a supply rejection here. This is back in December of last year. This was a supply rejection here. This was in January of this year. And as we come, this is also a supply rejection here, February of this year. And as we trade into it today, we are rejecting it once again. 330, 332. This is a rejection on the daily, a rejection on the daily, a rejection on the daily, and we are rejecting it again. So if the market's weak, there is definitely some juice here, right? If the market does turn lower, and if Netflix cooperates with supply, there is definitely some juice here if we see a nice rejection on Netflix. Not sure it's going to happen yet, right? Not sure that's going to... It's only day one, right, of that supply rejection, so it's a little early. But that is definitely an interesting watch for me. You guys can see here on the 4-hour, we had a push above. We had a 4-hour wick back below. So you guys can see right here, this is the first 4-hour wick of yesterday. We moved higher, right? and we rejected that and we wicked back below. So if we stay back below 330, this is a very nice risk reward here, right? Very nice risk reward. If we stay below 330, you might be able to trade this thing back to the downside off this daily supply level. So definitely watching that on Netflix. 330 supply. A little bit of data come out. Yeah, we're moving lower. Yeah, we're moving back into 4,000. That's going to be big, guys. If we lose that 4,000, things might get slippery. Oh, shit. SBNY is trading at 33 cents. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can pull this up for you guys. It doesn't, it's not updating. Oh, that's great. Let's see if you can see this. Come on. Focus. All right, so you can see my average position, my average price is 56.40 with 100 shares short. So that right there is, well, I guess technically it's what, $5,600? It says pink sheets on the top. Yeah, that's going to be a nice day. That's going to be a nice day. Wow. That's sick. I'm excited. Well, my day's done. See you guys later. So, that was NVIDIA, Netflix. Let's go Apple. All right, this is very key on Apple here. What is Apple doing this morning? You guys can see previous lows, previous lows, previous lows, break, and you're holding below, right? You're potentially holding below at 157.50, 157.60 area. If Apple turns this previous triple bottom into a rejection today, this could be a very nice downside move, right? If we turn this previous low, previous low, previous low into a rejection today, this could be a very nice downside move. So definitely watching this one today. Apple 157.50, 157.60. You can see it is rejecting as we speak the previous triple bottom low. That looks very, very juicy. Definitely watching this one today. If the market cooperates to the downside, really like that play. So Apple looks really good there as well. All right, well, we were just about to talk about SBNY, SIVB. Looks like SBNY is open. SIVB still not showing up on TOS, but SBNY is actually trading here. Looks like some people are probably covering shorts in the pre-market, I would assume. So, yeah. All right. Let's get a real quick refresh on the ES and the NASDAQ here. So you guys can see ES coming down into 4,000. This is going to be huge. We're slightly below it now. This is going to be a major level to watch this morning. Remember, right? Please remember. Don't get antsy here. Right? Just because we're trading down into this level pre-market does not mean that the market can open and do this. Please remember this. Right? Just because there's a little bit of action in the pre-market does not mean that it's going to continue at market open. This could very well be a little bit of a bear trap that pushes off demand. Right? We've seen that plenty of times. So please, please, please pay attention for some real confirmation. Don't trade the first move. Let it break down. Wait for it to come back up. Right? Wait for the confirmation. All right. Let's jump into some tickers that you guys want to look at today. Pull that up real quick. We got Enphase, we got Coin. I'll take like a few more from the group here. GE, Wallace. I don't know about GE, man. That's not really a stock that I would. It's a pretty boring stock. Not really a trader stock, I would say. Amazon. I got you on Amazon, K. If you guys could help me out with the like button, that would be awesome. Would love to get 1,000 likes on the stream. Got about 1,600 people here. If you guys could take a second while we wait for some tickers to roll in, press the like button, subscribe to the channel for more. That would be awesome. BA. All right, I'm going to do BA. I'm going to do Costco. And I'm going to do AMD. All right, that's all I can do. I'm going to have to go real quick. Enphase, Coin, Amazon, Baba, Boeing, Cost, Microsoft, AMD. All right, here we go. Here we go. Enphase. Yeah, watch for it to stay below 200. Enphase under 200. If Enphase is under 200, I like the shorts. If Enphase is under 200, I like the shorts. Coinbase, I'm still short 100 shares, Coinbase. This is sort of a grudge trade for me. I hate Coinbase. You guys know I'm not a big crypto fan. But we are starting to approach demand here around that 60 level. So watch out for 60 as demand on coin. This is the 200 SMA, and it's a key $60 support. So watch out for 60 as demand on coin moving forward. Amazon, it's 97.50. We're still there, right? We're still at that 97.50, guys. This is going to be your major level to watch. You can't short Amazon into 97.50. You can maybe look for longs off of it, but you're going to need the market to push higher. So watch out for that 97.50. Right? Watch that 97.50 on Amazon. That's a big, big level there. You break that, you might be able to look for downside. Baba, it went up for whatever reason. I'm not a fan of trading these stocks, guys. They gap up out of nowhere. There's some China news that comes out. Tommy Hilfiger parent and share. I don't know. Something caused Baba to gap up. I don't chase these shiny objects. This is a major rejection point on Baba at 95. So I would watch for that. This could honestly just reject at 95 here and gap fill. Very possible. So watch out for 95 on Baba. Boeing, nothing at all. Total chop fest here. I don't like anything on Boeing here. This is in the middle of a channel. It looks terrible. I wouldn't trade Boeing there. Costco, major supply on Costco at 495. I'd watch out for that here, guys. Daily chart, you guys can see how many times 495 is rejected. It's also it's the 200, the 50, the 100 SMA all sitting right here. You have rejections, and impossible another rejection. Watch 495 on cost. Microsoft, yeah, we talked about the 281 Microsoft rejection, right? Didn't we? We talked about this very clear rejection yesterday. It happened. It was textbook stuff. Really nice rejection at 281 yesterday. I think you broke this little uptrend as well. So, yeah, I'd look for a play similar to Meta here. See if it can continue lower. I would watch 275 as your next demand level here. Let me zoom in a little bit. You guys can see right here, this little 275. I would say it's like right in this area. I would watch 275. I would probably want to see 275 break before looking for more downside. You guys can see lows, and pre-market support at 275. Yeah, I'd probably want to see 275 break before getting in more downside. AMD. Yeah, it's AMD. It's just a pretty tough area here. I talked about this one yesterday. I really don't like AMD at the moment. I'd really want to get AMD below 93 before taking any actions. I really don't like this. I don't really like this area here, below 96 to 93. It's hard to judge what's going to happen in this area. It's much easier to judge what's going to happen if we lose 93 and we turn it into a rejection point. This is much easier, right? Because if I look to the left, right, look at this. I know what's going to happen here. I don't know what's going to happen in this choppy, demand area here. So I'm going to wait on AMD before I do anything until it breaks 93. Then maybe I'll look for the downside. All right, guys. That's what I got for you today. Look at what's happening at 4,000. We are still holding it. So please pay attention to these futures levels. If you get short today, before 4,000 breaks, right? You are exposing yourself to trade into a bear trap. You are exposing yourself to trade into a demand. So let's wait for 4,000 to break today. If it breaks and holds below, we have our shorts. If it continues to maintain above 4,000, be careful shorting into that. All right, that's your main watch today. Thank you guys again for being here. If you guys could press the like button, get us to 1,000 likes, that would be awesome. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream today. If you did, I'm not gonna say it again. It's like something I just say all the time now. But you guys know what to do. Hope you guys have a fantastic trading day. Watch that 4,000 on ES. What else? The best place to learn about supply and demand is coming to this live stream. I show you every single supply and demand level live as I do it every single morning on the NASDAQ and ES and on individual stocks. So if you want to learn about supply and demand, you simply come to the pre-market live stream and you see it happen all live. So that's the best place to come. Do it every single time. Raul. Yeah. All right, guys. Have a fantastic day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Wow.